What's up, guys? Welcome back to another. Today we have Horror Mondays, and today we have yet again Doctor Nowhere. We're just gonna be looking at the rest of his stuff because it's very fascinating. His mind works in ways most of us cannot comprehend. So let us start. Where did life go? As always, channel will be down in the description, and please support. I don't know why it's taking so long. Thank you. Okay, everything is lagging. Okay. Oh wow. Full screen. Hello, what are we doing? Okay. Oh, we saw that thing before. Okay. Wow, good morning to you. Alright, I got it fixed. Okay, interesting. That's him. Jeppy is a simple sunfolk. Okay, well. He's just like you and me. He wakes up in the morning and tries to brush his teeth. Dresses up and leaves his house to a job that blends in the days. He regularly waits for the sun to set just to break the haze. Bars. Though he wears the wind chimes and pretty voice they make. He hears the wind chimes. Sometimes Jeppy wonders how much more of this he can take. Nothing makes him happy like it used to long ago. Monotony is bludgeoning, his love for life and so. He steals and he hoards to build a tiny lamp. A world he controls, a world in his hands. Jeppy cannot live in this world, and it hurts because he knows it. Escape will pull him further in, so he must tear away from it. But I think that you should know that though it can be gray, that life in all its still meaning never went away. The flower that you saw on your way to work today, the one that had your face in a funny little way, that little laugh you gave, that smile that resounded, that's where life is. Now everything's back to normal. Dang, this song is not that bad. Oh my, that is... Wow. I love that. It was like we saw into the mind of Silas. It was like so many people feel that way. He's just like shared it in a way that was interesting. Smilehood conception. Okay, wow, okay. Wow. Okay. Can you work? Machine? Thank you. Okay, there we go. You're gonna blind me, dude. Okay. So we're back with Toe. But what is Toe doing? Okay, we actually have people this time. With faces. Okay. We're on a beach with 2 flowers. There's Toe again. Smile Hood. Institute for Exceptional Children. Okay. I don't think... Yeah, we've seen Smile Hood from somewhere else. I don't remember what though. I think it was with Toe. The whole call thing. Is that an onion? No. What is that? Okay, we're here. Oh, I can't even say what we're looking at, man. Hello, Toe. He has a body now. We have this person. Hello. What is going on?
What else is there to say about Arlo Bloom?
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Last video from Dr. Nowhere. He hasn't uploaded in months too. That's just crazy. The Oddity Compendium. Institution 1.
Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders presents the Oddity Compendium, a beginner's anomaly education program.
Okay. So
Welcome
this is
to
a
the
program.
Oddity Compendium. Today, we will be learning about many wonderful and strange oddities that exist inside of, outside of, and around your universe. These strange phenomena can range anywhere from life forms, products, and organizations to even events and anomalous time periods. Important. The following information has been acquired from realities that may be separate from the one you are currently residing in. Please be aware that knowledge or comprehension of incompatible information may result in a conscious reality fracture.
Okay. So
Result in a conscious reality fracture.
fracture, a CR fracture, is an event that may occur when an individual perceives material that originates from incompatible reality. Symptoms include migraines, excessive bouts of deja vu, instant death, and more. I don't think I want to know that. Installment, not installation. What did I say? Institution? Oh my god, I'm about to... Fox bed. A land of forgotten faces and geometric knowledge beyond belief. My eye hurts. What we learned today, your own bed may be harboring a hunger for your flesh. Sleep with a cold fan on. I have like 3 fans. So, if you ever walk downstairs one morning and your family is gone, interacting with the headless corpses that remain in their steads should be avoided. Non-existence is a contagious disease. I don't want to know the third one. If you're out in the middle of nowhere and you get a rush of brilliant ideas, turn back immediately. Enlightenment is a drug, and the withdrawals can kill. Oddity 1, Fleshbeds. Populist coast. Category Parasite. Alright.
Fleshbeds or mattress folk are a species of parasitic subhuman that highly resemble bedding mattresses. The body of a dormant fleshbed appears identical to a standard mattress. However, slicing the thin sheet-like skin reveals many soft organs, limb-like appendages, and a humanoid head which hides beneath the skin. They were first discovered in the late 1960s when a mattress company was surveying excess storage. Upon finding many seemingly pristine mattresses that had not been sold, they gave them away to thrift shops and people in need.
Oh no.
The people who received the mattress folk initially had no issues with faux beds. It wasn't until the air began to warm up that these beds awoke from their uneventful hibernations.
Oh.
The first recorded victim was 19-year-old Alice Digger. She had been sleeping on a flesh bed for roughly 6 months before her sudden disappearance. After noticing the stench of sulfur and rot originating from her bed, her family called authorities, and the inside of the mattress revealed a feasting parasite, several hundred human bones, and a half-digested Alice.
Jesus.
The method in which mattress folks sustain themselves is by waiting for the body heat of a host to wake them from their dormant state. Kind of like an egg, but not nearly as tasty. After they awake, they slowly unfold themselves from their soft mattress-like bodies. This process is very gradual and happens underneath its body or on its side so as not to be detected. After roughly a month of this process and on a night 17 degrees Fahrenheit or higher, its head and arms fully emerge and pull the sleeping host into its body, where prey is slowly digested. Not much is known about how these sleeping beauties came about, but it is theorized that since they are subhuman, they were once a branch of Homo sapiens that merged with a mycelial network many years ago.
Ew.
Autopsies of fleshbeds' digestive systems have revealed DNA samples from thousands of different people in each instance, some even tracing to people born during the 1600s. Another odd thing to note is that the mattress folk themselves contain DNA belonging to humans as well. One instance shared DNA in a blood type with Napoleon Bonaparte, leader of the French Republic during the time that the mattress folk were assumed to have come into existence. All in all, it might be a good idea to throw out that mattress that feels just a bit too warm lately. You might be sharing it with something unwanted. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed light.
I don't think I want to sleep anymore. Hellas macrocosm. Mundum syncopita. I don't know if I said that right. Oddity number 2. Pseudolocation disease.
The headless macrocosm is a sub-reality nearly identical to Earth save for the fact instead of humans, tail-headless corpses remain in their stead. These corpses, though technically dead, do weakly breathe through the holes in their necks. Their hearts have also been observed to begin convulsing at seemingly random intervals. These beings are identical in appearance to one another aside from physical dimensions.
This kind of is like Trevor Henderson's type of art. I love Trevor Henderson, bro.
Can vary severely between each corpse. The headless sub-people dwelling in this pocket reality have been observed changing their behavior when humans have physically interacted with them, and apparently gain a level of awareness and vitality when such events occur. There are approximately 2,393 living humans residing in this reality, all from parallel Earth. Every single resident recounts waking up in the headless macrocosm after falling asleep under strange circumstances back in their home realities.
Weird.
No one back in their own parallel homes remembers their faces or identities, which leads to the belief that this place could be a form of anti-reality. A waste compartment of the universe used for aspects of reality that are useless or harmful to existential fabric. The humans that live in the headless macrocosm are assumed to be taking shelter in abandoned structures and banding together to search for plant-based food during the warmer times. Fun fact: humans have plant-based.
The climate in this reality is often below freezing.
Terms and nicknames for these headless corpses, such as stumpies, cranes, and ichabodies. Despite this sub-reality being detached from main reality, an incident took place which created a temporary tier between the two. A man residing in the headless macrocosm was walking through a field with a small house in the center. Upon reaching the house, the man unintentionally brushed up against one of the breathing bodies.
Oh shit.
This body, just before motionless aside from the labored convulsions, sprang to life and removed the head of the man. It then proceeded to attach the severed head to the stump of its own neck. The man's name was Michael Hedford. After the corpse had placed Michael's head where its own should be, an event occurred
Why is Michael's name so like...
back on Earth in the year 2061 that resulted in governmental intervention. A family's call to the authorities described an impossibly tall naked figure appearing in their backyard. The presence of this oddity was highly distressing to the family, and they remained inside their home until the situation was resolved.
So they try to find a head, but they don't have eyes to see. So they use their sense of touch to feel. When they feel someone, they rip off the head, put it on themselves, and then they go back into a reality hour? And that... What does that do to...
The following photograph depicts this figure they spoke of.
reasons.
Michael Tedford's rotting head is affixed atop its frail neck. Shortly after the photo was taken, what was left of Tedford's existence was removed from the premises and taken to an upscale anomaly testing site. Apparently, this corpse was attempting to quite literally become Tedford by leeching off of his existence. These breathing bodies appear to be in a constant state of yearning to reconnect with the roots of reality again, as they have been taken a hold of by a dangerous and contagious disease. This disease appears to be non-existence itself. It can affect anyone on Earth at any time, and once it takes hold, the headless macrocosm deems you valid for residence within its endless meadows, filled with fellow patients. But don't worry, it's a rare diagnosis. Another fun fact. Occasionally, crude man-made structures will form seemingly out of nowhere in order to correspond with the structures on parallel Earth. As mentioned earlier, the headless macrocosm itself functions like a digestive tract of the universe, and these structures may be antibodies attempting to fight off the virus of non-existence. Now then, check your head. Screwed on tight. Great, because you might want to hang on tight to it for this next one.
No, that's not funny. Oddity 3. Obelisk of Enlightenment. Illustratio Geometrica. Enigmatic Divinity.
The obelisks of enlightenment are a collective of monolithic beings that are currently residing in different remote locations across the world. Also known as the Fathers of True North, they appear in groups of 1 to 8 and stand anywhere from 10 to 150 feet tall. Each
Jesus
obelisk
Christ!
is levitated just barely above the ground and facing geodetic north. Though most of them reside in remote fields and deserts, they have also been found floating above the ocean within the vicinity of the Bermuda Triangle and even on the moon. They are moving just ever so slightly and progress approximately 2 inches forward a year. These obelisks are enlightened in the infinitely vast secrets of the universe, and they're constantly vocalizing the excess information as a means of waste to counteract the overwhelming intake of knowledge. Though currently enclosed and monitored by government entities, many people had wandered into these locations prior claiming to be following the sound of angelic singing. This alluring hum emanating from these obelisks induces a massive increase in general intelligence in subjects listening. Folklore often refers to the frequency as the sun or the divine contour. Each obelisk's biological elements are unraveled thousands of feet into the sky to make a metaphysical connection from Earth to the universe. It is assumed this is a form of knowledge worship, an attempt to make a mortal sacrifice for an immortal honor. Fun fact. These organs are confirmed to be those of the humans and other biological matter that were absorbed after enlightenment. Upon perceiving the words spoken by the obelisks or entering into close proximity with them, the human brain either spontaneously expands and combusts or receives an ability to comprehend the sacred information. Talk about being open-minded. Whenever a subject is able to comprehend this knowledge, they are biologically absorbed into the obelisk, becoming wholly unified with the being. It is not entirely understood how these anomalies were brought into existence, but they seem to be tears in the fabric of reality akin to black holes. Many speculate that these rifts were opened by ancient giants who were dissatisfied with a lack of Earth's knowledge. Many unnaturally large human-like skeletons have been found underground adjacent to obelisk sites, further supporting this idea. When the obelisks made their debut on Earth, they aided in the construction of the pyramids of Giza by bestowing digestible levels of sacred knowledge onto Egyptian pharaoh Khufu after he was lured into the desert by their beckoning cords.
So, okay, they've been around since Egypt times, and they helped them to make the pyramids by giving them digestible knowledge. So does that mean what they're doing now is basically like they don't care anymore and they're trying to just absorb all of us?
This knowledge would help you rationalize a possible blueprint and method for building these grand tombs, and they were made into the shapes of pyramids as a tribute to the divine structures. All in all, these obelisks may seem malevolent, but it's important to remember that no physical pain could ever outweigh the agony of infinite knowledge.
Oh my god, these are horrible.
Now, looks like our time here may be almost up.
Yeah.
But before you go, it's time for a bonus oddity.
Okay. Matches Dr. Nowhere. Bilbus. Or like the boiled
This
one.
is Philbus. It is not known where Philbus comes from or why he is here, but there have been a number of people who, after consuming media depicting Philbus, have felt the overwhelming compulsion to practice Philbism. Philbism is a political and somewhat religious ideology which centers around a belief that building/consuming chairs and other wooden furniture is honoring Philbus' great sacrifice. It is not clear what this sacrifice is or what it refers to.
Okay. Bibism topic 0324 Sunday 12 to 3409 numbers, whatever. Looks good, huh? Huge improvement from the last, I think. Phobus I trust. So what is the rustic pine? Where's the rustic pine? White oak, lol. Nice. And Phobus I trust. Word. And Phobus I trust. They have memes.
Attributes and practices of Philbism include learning to build chairs, learning to properly digest chairs, promoting/discussing chair consumption on obscure internet forums.
Right, I get you. When you talk about softening, are you using any chemicals or have you been trying to stick with natural methods? Mostly natural so far. But I've heard about chemicals that can often soften wood without compromising its structure too much. I'm not sure where to start though. Any tips? Well, there are a few routes you could go. Sodium hydroxide is one option. It's pretty strong as a wood softener. You have to be careful with it though, because it can weaken the wood too much if you're not precise with it. Sodium hydroxide, got it. How do you apply that? Do I need to dilute it? Yes, definitely dilute it. A low concentration can soften the wood without breaking it down completely. You soak the parts of the chair you want to soften in the solution. Maybe start with a 5% solution and adjust from there based on how the wood reacts. Hope this helps. In Philbus I trust.
Praising the fictional political candidate known as Philbus, who is said to advocate for making furniture consumption a socially accepted and widespread practice.
Why though?
There are so many wonderful things about Philbism. Consume the body of Philbus and become one with many others today. It's a great decision. Just eat from here to get started. Any mention of Philbism and elaboration on the subject will eventually result in it becoming a sponsorship or advertisement of sorts. We have no idea how to avoid this, sorry. All Philbists will deny the existence of Philbism when directly questioned about it. This video was not in any way sponsored by Philbism. This is for educational purposes only. Philbism does not even exist. You can sign up for Philbism certification here. Consume the body of Philbus today. How would you look at the clock? It's just about time for us to part ways.
Okay.
A brief cleansing process will now commence. This purely auditory procedure will ensure you do not come away from this with any ailments from beyond contracted during your viewing experience.
Okay, thank you.
Please close your eyes and do not open them until told to do so.
Okay. Oh, do I have to really? I don't think I want to. What is that? Back up, bro. Hello, do something else.
You may now open your eyes. Thank you for complying. Thank you for attending Dr. Nowhere's Office of Wonders. We hope that you enjoyed your stay.
I didn't.
Enjoyed your stay.
The flower. Huh. Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy that video. I don't know what to say. That was like, wow. Anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy. All links will be down in the description. I will see you in the next video. Bye.